Welcome to Coding Sahai. I am Reshma R. So in the previous video we discussed some output based questions. So in this video we are going to solve some error finding questions, multiple choice questions and some question and answers. So before we begin, if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and share the videos. So let's begin. Find the errors in the following questions. Some code will be given with some errors. So you have to find out the errors, identify the errors. After finding out the errors, you have to rewrite the corrected code. So when you are rewriting the corrected code like this, you have to underline the corrections. So the first question is this one. First you have to analyze the question. So let's solve this one. So this is our question. So first one, P equal to float input enter the principal amount. Okay, so let's check this first line. P, it's a variable name, no problem. Equal to, no problem. Float, it is giving, no problem. See, all the letters are small letters and float keyword is correct here. Then opening a parenthesis here, then input, again opening another parenthesis, no problem. Then opening a double quotes here it is written enter the principal amount and it is closed. So the opening quotes, it is closed here, and here the parenthesis open here, that is also closed. Then we have one more parenthesis here. So whether it is closed? No, it is not closed. So that is the first error. So that must be given. So next one we have T equal to float input enter the term. So T is a variable, no problem, equal to okay. Float is a keyword. Then opening the parenthesis, no problem. Input and again opening the parenthesis, opening the quotes, enter the term, colon and quotes, closing all the parentheses. Here it is open, that is closed, and here also open, that is also closed. So in the second line there are no errors. Then R equal to float input enter the rate of interest. So here R equal to float. See, from the previous lines it is written float in all the letters are in small letters, but here F in capital letter. So we already know Python is a case sensitive language, so it makes error, so it must be corrected. Then we have opening parenthesis, input, then another opening parenthesis, then opening the quotes, enter the rate of interest, close the quotes, close the parenthesis, and both the parentheses are closed here. So in the second line we have only one error. Now we have SI is equal to P into T into R divided by 100. SI, it's a variable, equal to, okay. P, multiplication symbol is correct, T is correct, multiplication is correct, and opening a parenthesis and closing it, and inside that R divided by 100. So there are no errors in this line. Then I have written amount is equal to P plus SI. Even in that also no issue. Then we have print, parenthesis open, here it is given simple interest, colon and closing the quotes. So here you know, here I opened with the double quotes but closed with the single quotes. See, in Python single quotes and double quotes are allowed, but if you are opening a double quotes then it must be closed with the double quotes. If you are opening with a single quote then it must be closed with a single quote, but here it is open double quote but closed with single quote. So this is another error. Then comma is there, no problem, SI and close the parenthesis. Then in the last statement, print amount, I opened a quote and closed it, then writing amount. See, in Python, you know, if you want to separate two values inside print or multiple values, you have to use the separator comma. See here, amount, it is written in double quotes, so then after that you must give a comma here. So that is missing. So that is the error here. Now we analyze the question and we found out what are the errors in this program. After that you need to rewrite this program and you have to underline each correction you made. So you have to correct it and underline the correction. So let's see the corrected code. So in the first line we then close this parenthesis, two parentheses are open and one is not closed. So here I close that one and put an underline. Okay, so this is the first error. Then second line there are no errors, and in the third line we had float was capital letter, so that is changed to small letter. So here that I change and put an underline. So in the next two lines there are no errors. Then here print simple interest. So here it is opened with double quotes and closed with single quote. So that is also changed. I changed to double quotes. I have given an underline here. Then we have amount, and after that there should be a comma. So comma is not there. So I have given that comma and given an underline. In some lines there are some errors and in some lines there won't be any errors. But you must write the whole code. Don't write the corrected lines only. All the lines should be written with corrected code and underline. So that is must. Most of the time it is asking for 2 marks, and if it is for 2 marks then you can expect 4 errors. At least 4 errors will be there. It depends on the question. Okay. So let's see another question. So in the next question we have Fahrenheit is equal to 54, Celsius equals Fahrenheit minus 32 into 5 divided by 9. Then print temperature Celsius is and print Celsius. Okay. So let's see what are the errors in this code. So analyze the code first. So first it is written Fahrenheit is equal to 54. No problem. Okay, so in this line Celsius is equal to Fahrenheit minus 32 into 5 divided by 9. This is a program to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. So here there are 2 parentheses opened and here only 1 parenthesis is closed. So the equation for conversion of Fahrenheit to Celsius is Fahrenheit minus 32 into 5 whole divided by 9. So that is the equation. So here this portion is correct. So after that here we are opening a parenthesis that must be closed here. That is whole divided by 9. So before that we have to close it. That is the first error. Then we have print temperature in Celsius is. Okay. So here you can see double quotes I have given here, but it is not opened. So that is the another error in this line. Okay. So print temperature in Celsius is, then giving a semicolon here. See, in other programming languages like C, C++ and Java, this semicolon is important. In Python we don't have semicolon. So here there is a simple semicolon, so it will give error. Then after that we have print Celsius. So print Celsius, here you can see P. P is in capital letter. So that is the error here. So it must be written in small letter. You may be thinking why these two statements, temperature in Celsius is and Celsius, both are written in different prints, whether it is an error. It's not an error. See, normally we are writing temperature in Celsius is and giving a colon, closing the quotes and comma, and the Celsius we are writing there, right? So that one we can write in 2 lines, no problem. Here temperature in Celsius it will print in the first line and the value of Celsius will be printed in the next line. So no problem, that is not an error. So here you can see the corrected code. So Fahrenheit, no problem. Celsius is equal to Fahrenheit minus 32 into 5 and this parenthesis, this one open here and this is closed here. And the first parenthesis closed here after 5 and I have given 1 underline also. Then in the print statement, in the program already it is closed, so there should be an opening code. So that code is given here. Then here 1 semicolon is there, it should be removed. So I removed that one, but underline must be there. Then after that print P is capital, that is changed and I have given the underline here. So this is the corrected code. Let's check another question. So here L equal to float input, please enter the length of any side of a cube. So you can identify the error here. So float is here, then opening the parenthesis, then input. So input is a method or a function, so you must give parenthesis. Closing parentheses are there, but only 1 opening parenthesis is there. So here the problem is you have to give a opening parenthesis here. So that is the error in this line. Then in the next line, SA is equal to 6 multiplied by L multiplied by L, then a closing parenthesis. See, actually in this line, a closing parenthesis is not required. If at all if you are giving a parenthesis, then here you can give an opening parenthesis. It is okay. We can remove this parenthesis. So that is the error in this line. So this closing parenthesis, it is not required. Then we have volume equal to L into L into L. So there is no error in this line. Next line, print, opening the quotes, slash n, surface area of cube equal to closing the quotes and comma SA and closing the parenthesis. So by analyzing this line, we can see one error, that is the first one is an opening single quotes but it is closed with double quotes. A similar case we have seen already in another error finding question. So here it is opened with single quote. So either you change this one as single quote or you change this one to double quote. So wherever you are making change, there you have to underline. Then in the next line we have print volume of cube equal to comma volume. Okay. So here print, no error. Opening the parenthesis, okay, fine. Double quotes open here and double quotes closed here. So there are no errors. Volume of cube equal to we have given. So it is a string, no problem. Whatever it is there inside the double quotes, it will print as it is. Then comma, then it is printing volume. Is there any error? Yes, here V is small letter. Here actually volume, the variable, it is written with capital V. So it will give the error. Volume is a variable, it is not defined. Here you have to make either as capital letter or you change this one as small letter, but better you change this one because already we defined this one. Volume equal to L into L into L. There is no error in this line. So don't change here. Here actually the error in this line because this capital V is changed to small in this line. So this is the error in this program. So let's see the corrected code. So L float input, opening the parenthesis that is missing and put the underline here. Then in the next line, both the ways we can say do it. Either you change, remove it, or you can give an opening parenthesis here. So here I have given an opening parenthesis. Both ways are correct. That is, instead of this one you can write 6 into L into L. That is also possible. Then we have volume equal to L into L into L. No problem. Then print. Here I change. That is, instead of this single quotes, I have put the double quotes, or you can make change here. That is, you can write like this. This way also we can write. Then we have print volume of cube is equal to and comma. Here volume V, I made it as capital letter because here also it is capital, but here we have written with the small letter. So that change also we made here. So these are the errors in this program. So these are the different types of questions based on finding the errors in Python. So let's see some multiple choice questions and question and answers. So the first question, what is the output of the following code? So here we have x comma y equal to 25 comma 15. Then we have a print statement, print type of print of x plus y. So let's find out the answer. Okay, here we have x comma y equal to 25 comma 15. That is, we have x is equal to 25 and y equal to 15. So here print of type of print of x plus y. So here we have so many functions. First we have print, then type, then print, then x plus y. So many parentheses are there. So here first this inner parenthesis will be executed. Okay, that means here first this addition will be done, that is x plus y. You will get the answer 40. So first this operation, then we have print of x plus y. That means it prints the value 40. So this is the first output. Then we have type of print of x plus y. So here this print of x plus y, it returns a none value. Actually it prints the value in the console. So it is not returning any value. That means it is none. Type of none, which is again none. So that none will be printed by the print statement. Okay, so here we get the answer class none type. This will be the output for this question. First it prints 40, then it prints class none type. Okay, print doesn't return any value, that means it is none. So type of none means it is class none type. Then that class none type will be printed by this print statement. So this is the output of this question. Let's move on to the next question. Next we have, which of the following are valid identifiers? We already studied the rules for naming an identifier. So here we have 4 options. First one, coding, space, Sahai. So we know white spaces are not allowed in Python for naming an identifier. So this is not the answer. Then we have underscore, coding, Sahai. Here C and S are capital, no problem. And it starts with underscore. So we already studied. That is, we can start an identifier name with underscore or alphabet. So here it started with underscore symbol, so no problem. This is a valid identifier. So here we have coding Sahai. So here C and S are capital, no problem, but there are no spaces. So all the rules are following here. This is also a valid identifier. Then we have coding hyphen Sahai. So here coding hyphen is not allowed in Python. So this is not the answer. So here we have 2 outputs. First one it is underscore coding Sahai and the second one is coding Sahai. Now let's move on to the third question. So our third question, escape sequences are treated as dash. So what are escape sequences in Python? It is /n, /t, /r. These are all escape sequences in Python. If you have a string and in that if you have /n or /t, then it will be considered as characters. It is a single character. So here the answer is this one, characters. Next we have, which of the following can be used to create comments? So in Python we know for commenting we use the simple hash for commenting. This is actually single line comment. See, for multiple lines if you want to comment, then either you can use a hash symbol in multiple lines or you can use this triple quotes. Actually triple quotes it is using as a string only, that is multiple line strings. For commenting in Python we have to use hash symbol. So here the answer is hash. Next we have the fifth question. The input returns the value as dash type. You know this answer, right? That is, input function returns the value as string, or the default value of input function is string. So these are all some multiple choice questions from our first chapter. Then now let's check some long answer questions. So the first question, write the difference between implicit and explicit type conversion. So first one, implicit type conversion. Here implicit type conversion is done automatically by the interpreter without the knowledge of the user or the programmer. So at the same time, explicit conversion is user defined type conversion done by the programmer. Okay, with the knowledge of the programmer we are converting one data type to another data type, and explicit type conversion is also known as typecasting. So the second difference, conversion of smaller data type to larger data type is implicit type conversion. Okay, that is, it is converting from smaller data type to larger. That is, if it is integer, then it will be converted to float. Float is a higher data type. So it is converting from smaller to higher, so we can say it is widening. Then for explicit type conversion, it is conversion of larger data type to smaller data type. That is also known as narrowing. That is, if you want to convert a float data type to integer, then the programmer can purposely or forcefully it can be converted from float to int. So it is from higher data type to smaller data type, so we can say it is narrowing. Okay, so let's see an example. That is the third difference. So when you are writing the differences, if you have examples, please write it. It is very important. A equal to 7, B equal to 2.2. So here A and B is float. So print of A plus B, it gives the output 9.2. Actually here 7 is integer, 2.2 is float, but you are getting the output as float only. 9.2, this is again a float data type. So here the type conversion is from integer to float. For explicit type conversion, A comma B equal to 5 comma 25.5 and C is equal to int of A plus B. A plus B, it gives the answer 30.5 and here C equal to int of A plus B. That means int of 30.5. That means this point portion will be truncated or removed, or it will be converted to integer. So you will get the answer 30. So print C, it prints the value 30 which is of integer. So here float is converted to integer. So that is our explicit type conversion. So these are the differences between implicit and explicit type conversion. Let's move on to the next question. So our second question, write the difference between script mode and interactive mode. So first one, interactive mode. It is a way of executing a Python program in which statements are written in command prompt and the result is obtained on the same. That is, we are writing the statement command prompt and at the same time you are getting the output. Whenever you are typing a statement, at the same time you get the output. So that is our interactive mode. Whereas the script mode, the Python program is written in a file. We are opening a file and in that we are writing the program. Python interpreter reads the file and then executes it and provides the desired result. So first you are writing the program, save it, then you are executing the program. That time only you are getting the output. The program is compiled in the command prompt. See, while executing the program, the executions will be done in the command prompt or in the interactive mode. There you are getting the result, not in the script mode. So the second difference, we get output for every single line of code in interactive mode. That is, the result is obtained after execution of each line of code. That is, whenever you are giving an instruction, at the same time it gives the result also. Whereas in script mode, entire program is first compiled and then execute. That is, you have to write the entire program. After that you have to save it, then you have to execute the program. So the program will be compiled first, then only it will be executed. Code cannot be saved and used in the future. Yes, in an interactive mode, whatever the code you are writing, that is for present time. That is, if you want to test some results, then you can use interactive mode. But in script mode, code can be saved and be used in the future. You can use it later. So the last difference is editing of code can be done, but it is a tedious task in interactive mode, because every time it is executing. So once it is executed, it cannot be edited. You have to copy this one to next line, then you have to edit it. So that is the problem with interactive mode. But in script mode, editing can be done easily because you are writing the program, execution is not over. So write it. If you want to make changes, go to that line and make some changes, then save it, then execute it. Okay, so that is script mode and interactive mode. Third question, write the difference between double equal to and is operators in Python. So the first difference, double equal to, it is a relational operator, is identity operator. Then the second difference, the double equal to operator compares the value or equality of two objects. That is, if the values on both sides of the double equal to are equal, then it returns true, otherwise it returns false. At the same time, is operator checks whether two variables point to the same object in memory. So let's see an example. So list 1 is equal to 1, 2 and list 2 is equal to 1, 2. So list 1 double equal to list 2. When you check, it gives true because list 1 has the values 1 and 2 and list 2 also 1, 2. So it is values are same. So it returns true. So the same example I am taking with is operator. List list 1 is 1, 2, list 2 is 1, 2, and I am writing list 1 is list 2. So it gives false. So why it is returning false? Here see ID of list 1, an object's memory address will be returned by the ID function. So here ID of list 1, that means ID of this first values 1 and 2 is this one 2213059816960. At the same time ID of list 2 is, it is different. See, both the memory addresses are different. That is, list 1 contains the values 1, 2, it is storing in the memory address this one, and list 2 has the values 1, 2, that is storing in another memory address. Okay, it is not pointing to the same memory location. So that is the difference between double equal to and is operators. Let's check the next question. Write the differences between mutable and immutable data types. So the data types whose values can be changed after creation, those data types are known as mutable data types. That is, if you are writing a variable with one data type, then it can be changed later. That is our mutable data type. In case of immutable, data types whose values cannot be changed or altered. Once it is created, it is final, then it cannot be changed. That is immutable. Mutable, it retains the same memory location even after the content is modified. If it is a list and it contains some 10 values, in that one value you change, even after that also the memory location will be same, it doesn't change the memory location. But here any modification if you do, a new object will be created. So for new object, it is new memory location. So it is implicitly done, that is inside the memory automatically object is destructed and creating a new object. So that is immutable data type. Example for mutable data types are list, dictionaries and set. And for immutable, strings, tuple, in, float, complex, bool, these are all immutable data types. So these are the differences between mutable and immutable data types. So in the previous video and in this video, we discussed some output based questions, error finding questions, then multiple choice questions and the question and answers. So we finished the fundamentals of Python chapter. So the next topic is flow of control that we are going to discuss in the next video. So if you have any doubts or suggestions, please feel free to comment. Thank you for watching.